Dancing on razor blades. Honey has set the strip club scene in Miami on fire ever since she was 19 years old. She made 100 grand in just 2 hours on her first night on the job. Rumor has it, some rapper with deep pockets entered into the club just moments before Honey hit the stage. But once she did and he spotted her, it was all over. He blew 100 bags on her. Not just that night, but many nights after that. Honey had him sprung and wrapped around her pinky finger. He didn't want to leave Miami because that would have meant he could no longer spend all of his time with her. But Honey only cared about the money. No love was felt for him on her part because deep in the back of her mind, love ain't shit. And the people that preach love ain't shit either. Honey didn't break up with the rapper because if you ask her, they were never a couple to begin with. She has no clue how he felt, but love's not an option for her. By the age 30, she never expected to work again. And with 7 figures stashed away in her bank accounts and $1 million invested in crypto and the stock market, her dreams of retiring will come way before she turns 30. Honey's dealings with men is all business. She could care less whether or not those men fall head over heels for her. Fast forward 5 years from when Honey first started stripping, she's now living in Atlanta with the biggest marketing firm on the East Coast. How did she end up here, you ask? Well, it's all about the decision she finally made to step out of the strip club life and fully into the business world. With several meetings with the Grim Reaper that somehow ended with Honey still being alive, she knew one day she would have ended up either dead or extremely successful, which she somehow is the latter. At 19, Honey not only had rappers fiending for her, but she also had the biggest dope boys, scammers, and businessmen showing up the Club Muy Caliente just to see her take the center stage. It was all a game to her, as she made nothing less than 50 grand a night. Big Ro, the club owner, approached her one night expecting a handsome tip out as usual, but Honey refused to give him even 1 red cent. He stood in the doorway of the dressing room, urging her to pay him 10% of what she had made the night before, but she refused. I've put hundreds of thousands of dollars in your hands for months now. Now, not no more, she spoke defiantly. The sound of the crowd cheering for Honey sounded off all throughout the club, causing Big Ro to step aside to allow her to exit the dressing room. Just have my money ready for me once you're done with your set, he stated bluntly. No response came from Honey, not even a head nod. She just exited from the dressing room and headed to the back parking lot. Lights, camera, action. She called up her friend, a big dope boy who was in the club at the time, but headed to the back to speak with her. Honey forced tears from her eyes as Keys came to speak with her. The sadness on her face enraged him. He, like so many other men who frequent this club, is madly in lust with Honey's body and curves. What the fuck happened to you? he asked frustratedly. Honey made known to him that Big Ro threatened her life if she didn't give him all the money she had been making. Keys didn't question Honey at all. All he saw was red as he called up his clique, who wasted no time shooting up Club Muy Caliente and then setting it on fire. Big Ro was never heard from again after that night. Fast forward a year later, and Honey was getting completely tired of Keys. So in her mind, she has to get rid of him one way or the other.